Okay. Oh, you're live. Okay, shall we start? So we'll just have like an icebreaker song so that we can get everybody here. So मालूम है. Okay, we'll see. Okay, come on. Vinny, come on, clap for us. Okay, so now we have a very special event. I'm handing over the stage to my dear friend Preetham Madhukar. We're going to talk about his book that's just going to arrive soon. So a big round of applause for Preetham.
Thank you, Tito. Lovely performance by Rakesh, Pooja, Kish, Krish, and Tito and Kiran. And lovely. Thank you so much for this warm welcome, and all of you out here who come to listen in to my author's journey and what I can share about my book. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for organizing this and making it a part of your program. Thank you so much, guys. The book is a pre-launch book in the sense that the actual book is due for opening in October and 23rd of October. Right now it's a pre-launch. You can still pre-order it if you go to this website called 3culprits.com, and you can grab a free ebook on Pursuit of One Thing right now, and you can grab that. And we'll also intimate you about the actual book when it's launched, so you may forget after a few days. So we'll give a reminder, and then you can buy the ebook, buy the paperback, or buy the hardbound at that point. Yeah. So you can at least keep yourself as a reminder. You can go to that and click on that and put your name there, and we'll send you those reminders. So about the book itself, it's called Three Culprits, and three culprits being lazy, fear, and doubt. And what I mean by lazy, fear, and doubt is how these three characters, I would find them at every turn in my life, from teenagers to now. Lazy, I've called it lazy instead of laziness, like a character, and fear and doubt. These are the three voices that come up, whether it is in relationships, whether it is career to make money, or your health. You might want to, for example, for health, you might make some plans that you want to wake up and you want to start your exercise routine at some time, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Then the lazy culprit starts to talk. It starts telling, what, forget it, yeah. You had a tough day yesterday, and you can do it tomorrow. It's not going anywhere. Or you have something important coming up. Prioritize this, that. Who is this? The real person is you, the person who made that statement, but your own body is not listening to it. Okay? So this book talks about becoming mindful, about the three culprits, becoming, oh, such a thing exists, and you become more mindful through stories. So I've shared about a few stories there, real life stories of people, of course, fictionalized a little bit, but real challenges that they faced and how they overcame, became mindful about it. And the stories are there to inspire. And the second thing, what I talk about there is how to create a shift in mindset. Okay, now you became mindful of the three culprits. How do you now shift your mindset from overcoming them? And then the third part of the book is the nuts and bolts, the tactics. Okay, what should I do? Okay, I got this understanding. Now, how do I bring it into my daily practice? That's where a program of mine called the Will Boot Camp, a coaching program, where I bring in the nuts and bolts. How do you do it in your everyday life? So we have customized programs and all that. So the three culprits are basically these three. These are primal. They're not bad. They're not like they're bad. They have their values, because lazy is somebody who helps us, because if you want to conserve tomorrow, you got to raise something important, you don't want to burn up. So lazy actually helps us a little bit. Okay. Fear, you don't want to go eat the next plant or next flower and get poisoned or get an allergy. It helps you. Same for doubt, so you can take a cautious, a little bit careful. But if they take over our lives, then you'll start seeing that the very thing that was supposed to help us has created a block. Yeah. So I'm going to share a story. How many of you want a story now? Yeah. Okay. Imagine yourself, you're really, you made it in life. You're really super rich, living in the Mediterranean. You got this palatial house, and overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. You got the life. You're living the life. Yeah. You're working a three culprits and everything. And in this house, it's a beautiful house, driveway. You got a nice big house, beautiful garden. And you have three servants or people who help you. One of them is the cook. You need cook because he cooks wonderfully. I'm being gender neutral. You can add whatever gender. So he cooks you wonderful meals. You know, he takes care of you, and then you have your gardener. He's taking care of everything outside the house, making it beautiful. Whenever you step out, you just admire your garden. And then you have a third servant, who's the security, the guard. You know, who lets in people, make sure you're protected, you can sleep safe. So these guards, you really like them, and they really like you also. They take care of you. And one fine day, you wake up. It's a bright, sunny morning. You decide, okay, I'll be the benevolent boss. You call all of these guys, and you tell them, you know, why don't I'm going to hand over my life to you. Guys take over, and you take charge of my life. You take care of me because you guys really, are dear to me. And I'm not going to fire you, whatever you do, and I'm not going to scold you. I'm not going to say anything to you. So you're the boss. And so these three servants, who are they? The guard, the cook, the gardener, and the guard. Yeah. So they take over your life, and everything goes well. You know, few days run beautifully, and you get your food. You're going down, you're enjoying your food. Garden's beautiful. You know, everything is taken care. And then another fine day comes, and so when you go down, you look outside, and you see the entire garden is a mess. It's full of holes, big holes dug up here and there, and you're like, what's happened? Why is the garden such a mess today? You rush down, and your gardener is nowhere to be found. He's sauntering from there and coming here to you, and he's telling you, ask him what's happening. Why did this thing happen? Why is it such a mess? He said, don't worry. I'm just trying to see which plant is perfect for which place. You know, I want to see if this plant, because I was not sure. I dug it here, not nice. So I dug holes all over. I'm going to place the plant in all the places and then finally decide the perfect combination and then plant it. He said, why are you doing all this total confusion? Why don't you just ask me? So he says, you're not the boss anymore. I am the boss. I will tell you whether I should ask you or not. You just stay. Don't worry. Garden is in good hands. You'll be perfect garden. I can assure you that. But don't be in a hurry like this. Okay? Don't be in a hurry. So you're like already pulling your hair. What's happening? And then you go back. Okay. And you ask the cook, okay, ready for breakfast? The cook is like, I don't have any breakfast today. I have not made any breakfast. There's only going to be brunch and probably lunch, she says. What the hell is lunch? She says, something between lunch and dinner. I'll make you something. This cooking 3 times and all is not happening. And it's too much work. And I'm just going to be cooking twice. And on Sundays, I might not even cook, so you order a takeaway. And so you can't do anything now. You can't fire them. You're wondering what happened. And he says, okay, at least give me breakfast. If breakfast is not, take a fruit and go. And come back after 2 hours, and then I'll think about cooking something. So the cook go, and you're like, okay, hell with these people. You call a friend and say, you know what, I'm coming over. The house is turned into total nut job. I want to get out of here. You take your car out, beautiful Mercedes or Lamborghini or something, and you start to drive out. The security guard is not letting you out. He's saying outside there's a massive traffic jam. It's not very safe for you to go out. You better stay inside. He says, I will figure it out. You tell him, don't worry about the traffic and all that. Don't worry about the safety. He said, no, you don't know about it. Why don't you just stay back inside? He says, no. He says, okay, then I'll call my friend over. Let her come inside. He says, no, nobody is coming in also. I'm going to decide who's going to come, who's going to go out. So you go back in, and the next day they all come to you saying there's an intervention, that you're being too bossy, you're asking too much. And all three of them say you're asking for too much food, open the gate, close the gate, and have the garden, plant here, plant there. All this is not going to happen anymore. We have taken over your life. We know what to do. And we want you to just relax, just be in your room, watch your phone, order some takeaway. Don't bother with all this. Give us also off. We'll enjoy. You enjoy. That's our motto. They say. And what it comes down to is you try to wake up. Is this a dream or is this real? How many of you feel this kind of a moment where even if things were good, sometimes it goes down? The gardener represents doubt, you know, and the cook represents lazy. The the guard represents fear. Okay, so all these characters are good. Like I said, they all have their place in our life because they are very primal. These three qualities, they help us survive. But if they take over our lives, you will not be living to your best potential. Yeah. And there's some music in the background as well. Got some nice grooving music. Okay, it's done. So, how many of you have been in moments where you made some plans? All of us have been mostly, but how many of you have been very recently where you made plans for your health or you wanted to wake up at some particular time but you didn't wake up? How many of you, yeah? And how many of you have got moments where, this is my favorite question. The light bulb has gone in the house, nobody has changed it, it's been days now, and you've been planning and planning. Okay, tomorrow I will get the light bulb changed. It could be any room, anywhere, anytime. Yeah. So that's something I've seen, that how people back in the older generation would think about it, immediately act on it. But here we are planning so much in our minds and our heads that we do less action, we take less work. Okay. So similarly for fear, what I mean is how many times can you actually express yourself as freely as you want? How much are you truly your own self? Sometimes we all put facades that we become strangers to close ones. That we are actually more open to strangers than to close ones because we can be our true selves. If you said you were in a different country now, you'll probably be acting differently, because you have nobody there to judge, especially if nobody knows you. So that fear of how true and authentic you are, how true can you speak to somebody, is what the fear blocks us. If there are no human beings, you will behave completely differently. And so becoming mindful of that fear. Similarly, doubts, making some big career decisions or investment decisions, or maybe you want to relocate to a new job, new city, or even minor decision, which mobile phone to buy, or some vegetable or fruit. All these happens where you have doubts what to eat. There's so much of information abundance. So becoming aware through stories, where I bring some real life stories and things like that, is what the book is about. Yeah. And I'm also going to be sharing three secret mantras, what I call, which can help you today. Before you leave today, I'll bring the three secret mantras which you can use in your life, and see definite good changes for sure. Okay. What I can guarantee is minimum 1% better, though you will definitely be, if not much more than that. Okay. So before we go to that, I'm going to do a little promotional work now. And if you all can take out your phones and check that 3culprits.com. If you can do that now, it would be great. If you are watching online, then please do that as well. Check on your desktops or mobiles. 3culprits.com. Once you open, you can grab a free ebook. Not of this one. Thank you guys. But of a book called, a simple book called Pursuit of One Thing. Okay, you can grab it for free, and you'll also be on our mailing list so we can keep giving you updates of when the book will be launched. And I'll also be sharing some other interesting insights before the launch. So grab that, open 3culprits.com, just put in your email, name and email, phone numbers are optional if you want me to get in touch for anything, mentoring sessions and things like that. And after you click the thank you page, we'll have a Facebook group. You're welcome to join that Facebook group and be part of this community where I can give you all tips and tactics on day-to-day things, and how you can overcome different elements where three culprits come into our life. whatever it may be, I want you all to think where are three culprits coming in your life as of now, which aspects could be business, could be career, could be relationship, could be making more money, making more time for yourself, your health, and what is it that you're really seeking there? No, what is it that you want if you have to do that? So go down to that, click on that. I also have a 30-minute uh, mentoring sessions that I conduct. Usually I charge a high value, but I'm giving away free for the group here. Just grab it. If it's subject to availability, you can block my time there, 30 minutes, and you can take that away. And even if, yeah, I think please come inside. There is a lot of space. Please come inside. If it's raining, we have a lot of room. Come inside, please. Yeah, come inside. Come inside. So this is one of the things that you could do. You can do this, and if anybody wants to pre-order, be the first one to pre-order. Then you have a photo op with me, and we will do that as the first pre-order. You would like to do, yeah! First one, supporting the author and the book. Yeah, superb, superb. Yay! Yeah. Say something. Friends pay double. Okay, anybody taking a photo? For the first ebook which is sold, assuming this is the international plus one, two, yeah. Two already, yeah. Three. It's like a bidding war. Okay, come, Kiran, come.
You also come.
Okay, come. Three. We have the top three.
Three culprits.
Three culprits.
Three culprits.
Thank you. We have the first three of the Kindle book sold. Yeah. You have to overcome your fear and doubt, Ron. I will come to that later. So I have the three success mantras. Anybody could do this, including children. Doesn't matter. What I want you all to think is, what is the one thing that you want to do? Just like when I was writing this book, I went through my own three culprits. I've been going through this all my life. Every time I feel I've conquered and won over, a new three culprits will come. The same characters in a new level. It's like a video game. You go to the next level. And so I wanted to write this book for 2 years. A lot of ideas kept coming, writing, kept pushing, and I was like, no, something important is there. I'll write it later. The usual beautiful excuses which all our bodies make. The body is what I call the master negotiator. You cannot beat, because if it has to make a sale, if it has to make something, it knows all your tricks. Okay, whatever you can come up with, the body will know how to sell you back. So it's like the master negotiator, cannot be beaten. So you have to know how to beat that body. Okay, and so in the three culprits also, I was going through my own challenges. Then I took a 30-day challenge, July 2nd. I just decided enough is enough. I want to finish this book. I've been dragging it for 2 years. On 6th of July, I just went into this monastery near Indranagar, checked into that. And I said, I'm not coming out of this until I finish 30 days. I'm going to finish this book. And so I took this as a challenge every day. And it's a nice, simple place. And I went there, finished this book in 29 days, and came out of it. So it was like I already felt like a winner, though nothing was sold. It felt like I already won over myself, won over these three culprits. And I know still there is a way to go. Still, it is before it is kind of cleaned up, and all the final edits are done. So that's why it's being launched on October last week. And for now, you can pre-order and block it, and you get some other benefits along the way. And I'm going to share the three mantras now. A little more. Rock and roll. Yay. Okay. So I want you all to think of one thing. Just like one thing for me was the book. Now my next one thing is to at least hit 10,000 pre-orders. Okay. So maybe I will fail, but 9,997 pre-orders I need. Okay. So in the next before the launch, and so you all can have anything. Don't hesitate to set higher goals. It is better to fail on a higher goal than on a lower goal. Okay? So set a high goal, don't let it worry you. Sometimes people say, I'll lose 2 kilos, 1 kilo. I set 20 kilos here, 10 kilos, and fail there. Especially if you're really overweight and all that, And there is a person who gone in from 100, 105 to 70 kilos, they've come down. There are other people who have taken up such challenges. So you can do that. That was part of my coaching program. But you can do it for yourselves. Pick one thing for 30 days now. Don't worry about the big picture. Don't worry about whether it is right. Maybe I should have picked that one or this one. I'll share a story to a story, where when we used to prepare for these NDA exams, we would be given a slip, and in that would be 3 topics to choose from. We have to talk. We get 3 minutes to decide and 3 minutes to talk. Okay. The biggest mistake which I would do before properly getting groomed into that was 1.5 to 2 minutes we'll decide which topic to talk about, and we have only 1 minute to prepare, and then 3 minutes to talk. We'll just talk all sorts of crap. So then what we learned through our mentors there was not more than 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So in 10 seconds, but what about the best one? This is better. No, 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 no. All that, everything is better only. Okay, you make it better if it is not better. So you pick one and then go at it. You have now 2 minutes 55 seconds to prepare on that topic, and then 3 minutes to talk, and then you become better. Like that, there is no perfect decision. Whatever decision you should make it perfect, go for it. It will become perfect. Yeah. See what effort you need to do. So everybody, next 30 seconds, not more than that. Think what is the one thing you want to do? Money goal, relationship, health, or whatever else that you're looking at. 30 minutes. Okay, 30 seconds. Think about it. Give me a hands up if you've already done that. Everybody has got something, children included, who are there. One thing that you want to achieve, 30 seconds, in 30 days. I'm not saying you can change after that. Okay? The second, that is number one mantra, is to be very clear. Most of the time when I would go around in circles, not do anything productive, was when I was not clear what I want and waste time after time. Okay? So just putting that this is what I want is half the battle done. Okay? The second mantra is will. Will is everything I say. What I mean by will is effort is needed for every sort of work. Even like I'm talking, effort is there. You're sitting and listening, effort is there. You're preparing this event, effort is there. You want to talk, you want to have a conversation, effort is there. Okay. So expressing is art, effort. So everything is will, right from the universe being started to whatever things we do inside us, outside us. So what I mean by will then is keep your word. That is the second mantra. Keep your word. That means if you say that I'm going to do something today for one thing, I'm not saying everything. The main thing, today's one thing. Your one thing is there, no? So every day you have to do that one thing. So you will have a minimum thing to do. So for me it was one thing, 30 days, one page I have to do. Okay. And there was a challenge I took within the 30 days called the 11-day challenge. I had to write 11 chapters. And many days I thought I'm just going to give up, forget all this. Anyway, nobody knows this. I made this thing so I can get off, No, nothing like that. So it is because you will know in the end that you didn't do it. So keep your word is the second mantra. Whatever happens, keep your word for that one thing for the minimum criteria that you set. There is no zero. There is nothing like zero. You wake up in the middle of the night, oh my God, I didn't exercise. Exercise for 1 minute, go to sleep. But it's 2 o'clock in the night. Who exercises? Doesn't matter. The next time your body will know that you are the boss. Those 3 stories that I said, you said, no. You are the boss. 2 o'clock also, I'll make sure that you do it. So that is the way you take and keep your word. Okay. So that is your second mantra. Keep your word. First is one thing. Choose one thing. Second is keep your word. Third mantra, which I learned through my own mentors or other things, was your success is dependent on your energy, right? Energy is everything. You heard all these gurus talk about it. All the good people, successful people talk about energy. To really grasp it, it took me some time. And to understand that energy is everything. What I mean is, if you're in a low energy, your success will be there. But because you're doing your one thing, you're keeping your word, but your success will be low. If you increase your energy, same thing will go high now, high and higher. So that is the way you have to increase your energy. Okay? So we're going to do that now. Increase your energy so that you can get your one thing. So rock, okay? So we're going to do that one thing. I want you all to think of that one thing now. Okay? Think of the minimum commitment you will do on that. Minimum commitment every day for that 30 days. It's not a lifelong, so don't worry. You can change it after 30 days. Okay? And then you're going to increase that energy by shouting, yes, I can. Okay? If you can stand up, stand up. Otherwise, you can sit and also go hand thumping. Okay? So, have you all thought about it? One thing? Yes? Have you all thought the minimum thing that you will do to keep your word? Minimum, whatever, 1 minute is minimum. Okay? And then, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay. Not energy has come up now. Okay? We have to go higher for more 100% success if you want out of this thing. Okay? So let's do it once more. This time, if you're not embarrassed about what is the one thing you want, shout out what is the one thing. Like for me, I'm going to shout out 10,000 ebooks. You know? Okay. Then don't shout out, at least mumble it. Okay? So those who can shout out, just let it go out there. Many times we've been taught, especially in India, don't tell this, people will have bad eye and this and that and everything else. You know, don't worry about all that. Okay. When I used to join the merchant navy and I wanted so badly any navy, I would tell people would ask, how will you go? I said, I have no clue how I'm going to achieve it because none of my family members know how to go there. And in the 90s, nobody had any clue how to go. Then like, what are you doing and how can you be thing? I said, I don't know, I'm going here, that's it. You know, I don't know how I'm going, but I'm going there. And so like that, don't worry how you will achieve. You will achieve it. The roots will start to come. The path will it's like, you know, you see the movie, suddenly the path will show like that. It will show for you. Just do that one thing, okay? Comfortable, shout it out, or just say one thing and shout one thing. Okay? Ready? Okay. 10,000 pre-orders. One thing. If you have this energy level, how will you get what you want? Tell me that. Yeah?
2, 3.
Okay. Okay. Keep your word. Okay. And yes, I can. Okay. Now, last time, it should energize so much that when T1 team come here, yes, I can should be ringing in this house. Okay. So let's do that one big time now. Okay. So one thing. Keep my word. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Now we will hand over. Thank you guys, all of you, for your time. Wonderful energy. Amazing energy. Love you guys. And thank you for everybody who's watching online. Thank you so much for being there. Do check out the freeculprits.com. Thank you, and we'll hand over to the dance and the music group who's going to entertain and keep us engaged. Take our energy to the highest level now. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much. Can we have Kriti here, please? Okay, so I'd like to hand over the mic to lead singer Pooja. Take over. Okay, we have a couple of songs for you guys. Come. Come. Okay, I don't know.
You wanna?
No, I don't know. I will just give you for it.
You don't wanna sing?
I'll sing for it.
Yeah, then